close your eyes for a moment and imagine something impossible. Imagine that every second of your life, your childhood memories, this exact moment, and even the future you have not yet lived, already exists somewhere in the universe. Imagine that time is not moving at all, and that the movement you feel every day is only happening inside your mind. Sounds absurd, doesn't it? But the strange part is that modern physics has slowly begun pointing toward this terrifying possibility. The deeper scientists explore reality, the more mysterious time becomes. We once believed time was simple, a giant cosmic clock ticking the same way for everyone. But nature disagreed. Time bends, time stretches, time slows down near gravity. It changes with speed. And according to some theories, the past and future may exist together at this very instant. Think about that carefully. Right now, somewhere in the fabric of reality, your first breath may still exist. Somewhere, your final moment may already be written into the structure of the cosmos. Yet your mind experiences life as a moving story, one second after another, creating the powerful illusion that time is flowing forward. But what if it isn't? What if the feeling of now is one of the greatest tricks ever created by the universe? Tonight, we are going to explore one of the most dangerous and fascinating ideas in science and philosophy. The possibility that time itself may not be real in the way humans have always believed. We will travel through relativity, quantum physics, entropy, memory, consciousness, and the strange behavior of the universe itself. Along the way, you may begin to question not only time, but reality, existence, and your place inside this cosmic mystery. And by the end of this journey, you may never look at a clock the same way again. Time feels solid to us because every part of human life depends on it. We wake up according to time, grow older through time, and measure existence itself with clocks and calendars. Yet the strange thing is that the deeper science investigates time, the less real it begins to appear. What we call time may not be a flowing river moving from past to future. It may instead be a mental experience created by consciousness and the laws of physics working together in ways we barely understand. The first clue comes from ordinary human experience itself. Time does not feel constant. 5 minutes waiting in fear can feel endless, while hours spent with friends vanish almost instantly. A child waiting for summer vacation experiences time differently from an adult trapped in routine. This suggests something very strange. If time were truly fixed like the length of a table, then it should always feel the same, but it does not. The human mind stretches and compresses the sensation of time depending on emotion, attention, memory, and awareness. During emergencies, many people report that time seems to slow down. In reality, clocks do not change speed, but the brain begins processing more information per second, creating the illusion that the world is moving slowly. This means our experience of time is deeply connected to consciousness itself. Modern physics pushes this mystery even further. According to relativity, there is no universal clock ticking equally for the entire universe. A person moving close to the speed of light experiences time differently from someone standing still. If one twin travels through space at enormous speed and later returns to Earth, that twin may have aged less than the other. This is not philosophy or imagination. It is real physics confirmed through experiments with atomic clocks and fast-moving particles. Gravity also changes time. Near a massive object like a planet or black hole, time slows down compared to regions with weaker gravity. Even satellites orbiting Earth must adjust their clocks because time moves slightly faster for them than for people on the ground. This means time is flexible, bendable, and affected by matter and motion. Something so changeable begins to look less like an absolute feature of reality and more like a condition that depends on perspective. One of the strangest ideas in physics is the possibility that past, present, and future all exist at once. Humans feel as though the present moment is moving forward continuously, but some physicists argue that this sensation may only exist inside the mind. Imagine a film reel containing every frame of a movie already completed. The characters inside the movie experience events one moment at a time, believing the future does not yet exist, while in reality the entire story is already there. In a similar way, the universe may contain all moments simultaneously. The year you were born, this current second, and moments centuries into the future could all exist together within the structure of space-time. What changes is not time itself, but your awareness moving through it. This idea is deeply unsettling because it challenges free will and the ordinary feeling of life unfolding moment by moment. The brain may be responsible for creating the illusion that time flows. Human consciousness organizes reality into sequences. We remember the past because information about previous events is stored inside the brain. We do not remember the future because those memories have not been formed. This creates a psychological direction of time, but outside the mind, nature may not distinguish so sharply between past and future. The equations of physics often work equally well in both directions. A billiard ball striking another ball can mathematically run forward or backward. Many physical laws do not care which direction time moves. Yet humans experience time only moving one way. Why? Because memory, biology, and entropy force our minds to perceive events in sequence. Without memory, there would be no meaningful distinction between yesterday and tomorrow. A person with severe memory loss often experiences reality in fragmented moments because the continuity of time depends heavily on mental construction. Entropy gives another powerful clue about the nature of time. Entropy is the tendency for order to become disorder. A glass can shatter into pieces naturally, but shattered pieces do not spontaneously reassemble themselves into a perfect glass. Smoke spreads through air, but it never gathers itself neatly back into a cigarette. This increase in disorder gives time a direction known as the arrow of time. We know the past because the past was more ordered than the present. The universe itself appears to have begun in an extremely ordered state after the Big Bang, and since then, entropy has been increasing continuously. Some physicists argue that this growth of disorder is the real reason we feel time moving forward. Without entropy, the difference between past and future might disappear entirely. In that sense, time may not fundamentally exist. Instead, the increasing disorder of the universe creates the appearance of temporal flow. Quantum physics complicates the mystery even more. At the smallest scales, particles do not behave like tiny solid objects moving through time in predictable ways. They exist in probabilities and uncertain states until measured. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics even suggest that events in the future can influence events in the past under certain conditions. This sounds impossible because human intuition depends on time moving in one direction. But quantum reality does not obey ordinary intuition. The universe at its deepest level may operate outside the simple human concept of seconds passing one after another. If time truly is an illusion, then many assumptions about existence become uncertain. Aging may simply be the process of consciousness traveling through different configurations of matter. Death may not be the destruction of moments, but merely the end of awareness moving along a timeline. The universe may not be a machine progressing toward the future, but a gigantic structure where every event already exists in some form. Humans evolved to survive, not necessarily to perceive ultimate reality accurately. Our brains may simplify reality into a moving timeline because it helps us function, just as we see solid objects even though atoms are mostly empty space. The feeling of now could be one of the greatest illusions ever produced by nature. a useful fiction created by consciousness moving through an unimaginably strange cosmos. So, perhaps the greatest mystery is not whether time is real or an illusion. Perhaps the greatest mystery is why the universe allows conscious beings like us to experience it at all. We are tiny creatures standing on a small planet, spinning through an endless cosmos, trying to understand something that may exist far beyond the limits of the human mind. And yet, despite all our confusion, we continue asking questions. We continue searching. We continue looking at the stars and wondering what reality truly is. Maybe time is a flowing river. Maybe it is a frozen landscape where every moment already exists. Or maybe it is something so strange that human language cannot fully describe it. But one thing is certain. The universe is far more mysterious, beautiful, and terrifying than we once imagined. Every ticking clock around you now carries a different meaning. Every memory, every heartbeat, every passing second suddenly feels less ordinary and more miraculous. Because if time is an illusion, then life itself may not simply be a journey from beginning to end. It may be a brief moment of awareness inside an eternal cosmic structure we are only beginning to understand. And perhaps that is what makes existence so extraordinary, not that we have all the answers, but that we are capable of asking the questions. Thank you for joining me on this journey through one of the deepest mysteries of the universe. I hope this exploration has challenged your imagination, expanded your curiosity, and inspired you to look at reality from an entirely new perspective. Good luck on your own journey of discovery. Keep questioning everything around you, and never lose the courage to wonder about the impossible. Thank you.